Cool, cool. Let's see, man. Let's save it, bro. Alright, we're live.
Grab this link.
Grab that link. Pull it up now on my iPad. Foot. Tube. Copy. Get that up. Copy that. Let me just paste that. What? Tag. Bitch. Alright, and I am good.
Same. I just gotta add. I just gotta do the stuff on the computer. And then that I'm. Oh, Lucy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, dude, I was watching BTE today, and I found the fucking. I found the fucking episode where Brandon Color's like, and my kids are adorable. It was so funny, bro. And my wife makes great gear.
The fuck is Jobber ass? God.
Fucking Brandon Color. It was so cool when they offered him the contract.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he like quit wrestling for like 7 years, and I guess he was going through like a lot of financial trouble. It was so sad, and then when they gave him the contract, it was so fucking cool.
I swear that shit's sick. That was actually really cool. Too bad he's a jobber.
And then I was rewatching the newest one with Nick Jackson. And
Oh my god.
I'm dead ass.
Dude.
He hears a fucking thunder. And they're like, oh shit,
Oh
he's dead ass.
shit, fuck. God.
It was so funny, the other terms that Nick Jackson was like using before he said dead ass. Guys, I'm
Oh,
serious. And then he goes, guys, guys, I'm legitimate. I'm like, what?
what?
So
You say no
stupid.
bullshit.
I'm legitimate. Who says that?
Legitimate.
And then he gets pissed off. I'm dead ass.
Shit.
Oh, shit. He's dead ass, bro.
Yes. God. Shit's great.
Okay. Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright. Just pull my top 10s up here. I do not want to go to work tomorrow.
What time you go to work tomorrow?
3 o'clock to 10 at night.
God.
It's on a fucking Wednesday, too. So stupid.
So, man.
I hate working on fucking Wednesdays. I just like to relax and fucking watch wrestling. But no.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
God.
Okay. Alright, man. What is up, guys? We are back with episode 11 of the Notorious podcast. Now, this is a themed episode if you guys do not know. And if you guys also do not know who I am Johnny Mayhem. This is Sir K. We run this bitch here, and we are live. Again, hi, I'm Johnny Mayhem. Thanks for everybody. Yeah. So, this is Sir K. How are you doing on this evening, sir?
Doing good, bro. It's just family's working in the house, doing normal generic shit, and I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. So yeah, how are you on this day, my friend?
For sure, I'm good. I know you know, but I'll share with the viewers. My sister and my brother-in-law and my niece are coming out to move with us from the army, so that's very, very exciting. Got 6 more months to wait, which I was having a conversation. I was having a conversation with my dad about it. I was saying this year is gonna drag now that I know that they're coming out. I gotta wait 6 more months, and I know it's gonna feel like 2 fucking years, just like he told me, and it is. So yeah, so that's very exciting. But other than that, man, nothing much going on. Just working. About
Yeah.
it. Yeah, so that's not exciting. But the other thing about my sister is for sure, finally get to see my niece. Damn near helped not raise her, but pretty much helped grown an attachment when she was first
Mhm.
born. So to be away from them for 2 years just sucks. But now I was talking to him. I was talking to my dad, and I was telling him how weird it's going to be from seeing them once a year, if we're lucky, to 0 times a year to seeing them every day. So it's a
Yeah.
good switch of pace, and I'm excited for it. Yeah. But enough about me, man. Yes. So we are here back with an episode 11 of the Notorious podcast, man. And if you guys do not know, Fridays is the news shows, and any day of the week we decide is the theme shows. If you guys are wondering what that means, it is top tens, what ifs, wrestling Mount Rushmores, and fantasy bookings. Next week
Yep.
is the fantasy booking, and then it goes Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore, what if, top 10 fantasy booking. So we switch off every other week. And this time we just happen to fall on the top 10s. So, yeah, on this episode we have WWE versus AEW matches. WWE being not just the main roster, all of WWE, and NXT dream feuds. People in NXT that never cross paths. It happens a lot, and it's really cool to think about some of the things that could have happened. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
people don't stay in NXT forever, so the Demon Finn Balor was not able to clash with a lot of the people we see today. I mean, he's back now. I could probably use a better example than that. Bailey wasn't able to clash with some of the people we seen today when she was in her prime. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's we got a lot here. Nate, what's going on, Nathan? He is back. He says, how
Hey.
shit are they going to make Matt Riddle on SmackDown? If they make him wear shoes, he will be horrible. I'll tell you that
Oh
right now,
yes.
man. So yeah,
Yeah.
what do you think about Riddle on SmackDown? How do you think he's going to do?
He could either do pretty good or really bad, and knowing just the way of history, probably go bad. Sadly, man. All the shit they don't like about him, like the fucking bare feet, his attitude, his demeanor. They they just don't like him, man, and that just sucks for him, man, because they're just gonna wanna mold him into what they want him to be. So hopefully he could resist that as much as he can, man. So yeah, that's my only hope for Matt Riddle on the main roster. Just stay true to himself. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I think so. Riddle's not a comedy character, right? He is comedic, but he's not like who's a comedy character? He's not like R-Truth.
Mm-hmm.
But he's funny, so they're gonna want to try to turn him into some overly comedic uh, guy that just spits out Vince McMahon isms and these
Yeah.
horrible jokes that are the biggest fucking dad jokes on the planet, and they're not funny at all. Um, and yeah, um, so it's you see, even if he does do good in WWE, he why is Siri on? What the fuck? I did not even say anything remotely close to that. Um, Even if he does do good in WWE, their version of good is like championships, but is he gonna be really good to the point where he's like in compelling storylines, having good matches? No. There's a lot of people that are good on paper, but they're
Mm-hmm.
boring. For example, Roman Reigns. He's like a four-time WWE champion. On paper, he's done good for himself, but he hasn't been in a feud other than maybe two
Mm-hmm.
that have been like, wow, those had some decent build-up segments. That being the segments with Braun and the segments with Cena. And that was in like 2017 when he was like hated, and the only reason those were good was because his opponents were either beating the shit out of him or verbally beating the shit out of him. So that's literally all. But on paper, he's done fantastic for himself. But
Mm-hmm.
the matches weren't good. The championship reign sucked. So that is doing good in WWE. The only I mean, when you got somebody like Wyatt, who's legit, who's done great in WWE, actually, in my opinion, you do stupid things that blur the lines just a little bit. That being
Mm-hmm.
having him lose to Goldberg and then not having him win at Hell in a Cell. Other than that, uh, Daniel Bryan said it best. People are fucking fickle, and they love the Firefly Funhouse, but then they hate it. Personally, I always enjoyed it. But to some people, it's dead in 3 weeks because they've seen it 3 weeks in a row, and now they don't want to see it anymore. Some people you just can't please. Some people are just incredibly fucking fickle. Like there's been nothing wrong with the Firefly Funhouses. They've been great. Wyatt's feuds have been great, especially his one with the Miz. His one with Daniel Bryan was really good. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Wyatt's Wyatt's about the only one I can say that's legitimately done good for himself in WWE. But like I said, there are things that they do that kind of fuck his history up a little bit. Obviously, like I said, the feud with Seth was not the best. Obviously, that's not his fault, and it's not Seth. It's not Seth's. It's just dumb management decisions. Um, sure, you can bring up the argument like, oh, Seth should have been. Seth should have been the one to be like, no, let Wyatt go over, and that's a valid argument. But at the end of the day, it's Vince McMahon's decision. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And if he wants Seth to go over, or not go over, but if he wants Seth to win by DQ, may not be the right decision. But this Vince is one of those guys where you can fucking, it's like talking to a wall from what we hear. Um, so and Goldberg, obviously, I don't even have to fucking break that one down. We all know how stupid that was. I don't think I've seen some people on Twitter, on Goldberg's Twitter, like congratulating him, and I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you people? You
Swear.
fucking people serve no purpose to the fucking earth. Um, but yeah. So yeah, honestly, Wyatt on the main roster is the only one that I think can actually hang his hat on. Well, ever since he's been the Fiend, obviously. The other run,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god. But ever since he's been the Fiend, I think he's done tremendous for himself in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but other than that, most of people that are good in WWE are just fucking boring, you know. Just another person that I could say is done good in WWE on paper is Seth. Other
Mm-hmm.
than that one run in 2000, in the summer of 2018, building up to after WrestleMania, well, right after WrestleMania, in 2019. He did great for himself building up to that. The Shield, obviously, that's something to really hang your hat on. Not all the reunions, but the original installment. But there's that that he could definitely be proud of. His heel run in
Mm-hmm.
2015. And the summer of Rollins, the summer of Monday Night Rollins in 2018 was fucking phenomenal. But ever since 2019, WWE was like, okay, you're on the top, you're the man. Now we don't give a fuck about you. Now you can have
Mm-hmm.
a summer long feud with Baron Corbin because that'll get you over. So yeah, I mean, and ever since, well, Rollins is kind of another one, I guess, that has done okay, but when he's bad, he's really bad. Like when he was
Mm-hmm.
first to face and he didn't really get it down yet in 2016, it was just like
Yeah.
it was so horrible.
Yeah.
But give
That's
me a hell yeah podcast. What's up, man? How's it going? Welcome to the
what's
show.
up.
Thanks for viewing. What's going on, man? Yeah, but other like and then obviously the 2019 run where this guy was just just and half of his run, half of what made him so bad was him on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting into arguments, and the thing is like the thing about all of that bullshit was it's like Seth, you are actually one of the sunshines of WWE. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
nobody had a problem with him, but he, like I said, man, he's in summer long feuds with Baron Corbin. Then they introduce his relationship on the TV, and then his right when he became the Messiah. It's like it takes Seth a minute to get the groove of something, which is
Mm-hmm.
understandable. But now that he's in the groove of the whole Monday Night Messiah thing, I love Seth. I think he's probably in the most important storyline on Raw, or at least the one that I like the most, the one with Ray. I I love how Seth is now. I think he's really getting the hang of it, and I think he's owning it.
Oh
I think
yeah.
he's owning the gimmick. I think he understands the gimmick, and that's awesome. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming out really good, and I'm
Most
really,
definitely.
yeah, I'm really excited for where he's gonna go. Hopefully recruiting Dominic, man. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
what do you I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about. Oh, people who've done good for themselves. Yeah, but yeah, Seth's another one. He's
Mm-hmm.
he's he's had pretty good matches. Obviously he's a fucking world class performer.
Oh
Um
yeah.
truly incredible. But he's another one that's just been he's done good. But when he's bad, he's bad, like
Mm-hmm.
really bad. Like I said, man, a lot of the times with Seth, you just got to give him time. When he first became a babyface, it sucked, but once he got it right, which was his gimmick of just working his ass off and having really good matches, it clearly it worked. Even though it's not the most charismatic gimmick, it worked, and people fucking love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the beginning of the Monday Night Messiah stuff. It was weird at first. I don't think the crowd understood it. Also, Seth works better in more of a quiet environment. The
He
empty
does.
arenas, he really thrived in that. If we took one thing out of these empty arena shows, it was that one segment where Wyatt was standing on that porch or that
Oh.
balcony, and it was dead
Mm-hmm.
silent as he's staring at Cena. And it's Seth. It's Seth. I think he does really good in a quiet environment for some reason. I don't know why, but he does. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's more about bad creative with Seth. They send some of his stuff into underwhelming endings. Yeah, yeah, that too.
Exactly.
I agree. I agree 100%. I think it's just bad creative. And also, well, definitely 2019. That run was fucking awful creative. That was awful creative, and his creative on Twitter wasn't the most intelligent. Um, but yeah, and I also think it's just him getting in a groove of something. Also, it takes WWE obviously to let him run with a gimmick like just working your ass off. It's a simple gimmick, and it worked for Seth because we know Seth is that good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but what is it? Oh yeah, with the Monday Night Messiah stuff, a lot of people, a lot of those crowds they went to, they just didn't get it. They just
Mm-hmm.
did not understand it. And it took time, and it really did took time. But now, dude, he is fucking. I love Seth now. Seth is fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think they did the right decision by turning him heel, and everybody hated him. That's how it should work. You know what I mean? When people fucking hate you, um, especially somebody like Seth, to where a lot of people's main argument was, "Oh, he's better as a heel." Turn him heel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And put him with guys like. Now, I will give him this. He did not look as good with AOP.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a Roman role. That's such a
Yeah.
fucking Roman role. Just the badass Samoans with the tattoos, bro, and these guys with their iron helmets or whatever. But yeah. So but he looks fantastic with Murphy and Austin Theory, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, yeah, but Seth Seth is he kind of just needs time sometimes. So which is good that they're letting him run with this role, and again I think he's doing great. But yeah, he is one of the he is one of the only guys I could say that definitely has done good for themselves other than Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, but um, in some cases, uh, well, see, these days a lot of people think heels are cooler. So when Seth is a babyface and he's being hated, somebody like Seth you could turn heel. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
like Daniel Bryan, although he had a heel run and it was great, uh,
Mm-hmm.
if a crowd were to turn on him in like 2014, I don't know if that's the kind of guy you would turn heel, but what WWE has a really bad habit with is people that are so cool as heels, like AJ Styles, they
Mm-hmm.
turn babyface, and in my opinion, and I know yours too, they fucking suck as babyfaces. I do not like AJ as a babyface. I
Mm-hmm.
don't
I
like
can't
it.
stand him. I genuinely just dislike him as babyface.
Yeah, for sure. I think like AJ as a old guy trying to prove himself kind of
Like,
thing. doesn't work. Like, he's fucking AJ Styles. He can be a cocky heel because, again, he's fucking AJ Styles. He, you know what I mean? He doesn't need to be like a Seth, who's a younger guy. Well, not really, but, well, yeah, he's a younger guy. He's got a lot more years than AJ is in him, and he's out there proving himself, and he's wrestling an hour. In my opinion, bro, it just makes a lot more sense. And, but with AJ as a babyface, it just comes off as cringe. It's just like,
Mhm.
when he's backstage screaming, "House that AJ Styles built," it just to make the crowd pop. It's just like,
It's
what?
cheesy and it's
It's,
lame.
yeah, it's just stupid. So, but man, AJ as a heel, bro, like that
Mm.
2016 run on SmackDown, my God, that was fucking awesome. Um, yeah, but yeah, I honestly, in my opinion, those are about the only two guys that have been like had a lot of good matches in WWE and have and are also have done decent on paper as well, or probably like
Hmm.
Wyatt and Seth, because even AJ, I mean, he was watered down as a babyface. I'm excited to see where he goes as a heel now. But man, as a babyface in the OC, they clearly just didn't give a fuck about that, which is
Hmm.
sad because they first of all they split him up too early in 2016, and then and then and once they got him back together, it was just like, yeah, this is 3 years too late, so we're just not gonna fucking care about this shit. And they didn't, so it's it was sad, and now those guys are gone, and we'll never ever get to see the full potential of what could have been. Not that we ever would have, but who knows,
Yep.
man? It's a what ifs. But what about you? Who do you think are some guys that, in your opinion, can definitely say they've done good for themselves in WWE?
Damn. Fuck. That's sadly a hard one. Um, excluding NXT, done good. I, I'm drawing blanks. May- Mm, maybe the. Oh, I don't know about them. Had some pretty lame ones before. Maybe heel Usos, I'd probably say. Really good. Other than that, man. But I mean, they're not really shit now, so you know. But yeah, man. To be honest, this is a question I would need to think hard about. Sadly. So yeah, man. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, and this all stemmed from what is Matt Riddle going to do on the main roster? But yeah, I don't. Do I think Matt Riddle is going to be a guy that can honestly say he's done great for himself? Can he be that guy? 100%.
Mm,
Will they let him be that guy? No way.
mm-mm.
I'd be shocked. He seems not their type. Um, the kind of people they look for in a superstar. Kind of a Matt Riddle is a Matt Riddle's a goof. They like people that take it way too seriously. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Or not serious in the slightest. They don't
Yeah,
like them.
yeah. So Matt Riddle takes it seriously, bro, but he's too goofy for them. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Exactly. He doesn't. They just don't like his type of goofy. It's not slapstick.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Will again. Will can he be that guy? 110%. He can be that guy. Will they let him be that guy? Probably not, unfortunately. Uh, and we'll get to Matt Riddle, man, because yeah, well, he's a mixed in some of my lists here and there. But yeah, but without further ado, I guess we'll start off with the top 10 NXT top 10 NXT superstars that never cross paths with each other. Do you want
Hmm.
to kick us off with your number 10, bro?
All right, bro, I got you. And my number 10 spot.
First 30
Yeah.
minutes, just shooting the shit.
So,
He can do great for himself outside of WWE. I can't
oh my
see
God.
him choosing to stay. Uh, ooh, can I see him choosing to stay?
That's actually a good 50-50. I don't
Mm,
know.
I feel I don't think he's stupid to the point where
Hmm.
like if they put a championship on him right before he's about to leave, I feel like he's intelligent enough to see right through that.
Hmm.
But I was gonna say I couldn't see Adam Cole staying, but I guess I kind of could have just because, like I said, the past couple years have been them basically telling him, "Please stay with us, please don't go anywhere else,"
Hmm.
which he didn't. But Matt Riddle, we'll have to see how bad they treat him on the main roster.
Yeah.
We'll honestly just have to wait and see because in NXT, like I can see why Adam Cole resigned because he's been in
Hmm.
NXT and they've literally just done right by him, and that they basically built a lot of that around Adam Cole, but
Hmm.
and the Undisputed Era, of course, but it'll all come down to how they treat him on the main roster. So 50-50, man, just like they're booking. All right, sorry, bro. Number
Oh,
10.
that's good.
Number 10.
All right, bro. Well, first of all, I like to say that I've kind of taken this idea to say not only is it people that like never cross paths, but people like I would want a dream match basically for these people that never cross paths. So at my number 10 spot, I have chosen the idea or the never interaction of Shinsuke Nakamura and Matt Riddle. I think that would be an amazing interaction between those two. We were just talking about Riddle, but bro, the charisma in that feud and match would be unbelievable, and the match itself would be fucking amazing, bro. Those both of them could hard hit. They could both springboard if they need. They could do it. Like it'll just be a fucking amazing match, bro. Just solid, amazing, bro. And those are two guys that seem funny, that seem goofy, but the second that ring bell, man, they are the most serious people in the world. So I would love to see that matchup, and it's one that, well, we never got because Shinsuke was long gone by the time Riddle came in, man. So yeah, this would be a dream matchup of mine that never happened, man. So yeah, that's definitely at my number 10 spot, bro. What do you got?
At my number 10 spot, man, I got Johnny Gargano versus Bobby Roode, bro. Dude, this one, when I was thinking about this one, man, and I'm thinking about how cool of a baby face Johnny Gargano was.
Mhm.
And man, he would have been amazing with Bobby Roode as a villain to him. That
Mhm.
honestly would have just been awesome. It honestly, Bobby Roode is so incredible. Obviously, we all know that, and and him, the promos. Obviously, we see babyface Roderick Strong, so
Mhm.
um, tell him he's gonna plow his wife, and 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 with Johnny Gargano, it would have been absolutely incredible. And the match, Johnny Gargano could have a fucking amazing match with anybody, really. He is incredible. He is one of a kind, honestly. And Bobby Roode, dude, I fucking miss Bobby Roode. The promos, this feud, in general, would have just been amazing. Obviously, Johnny losing to a smug heel like Bobby Roode is gold. It's fucking golden, and Bobby Roode don't get the credit anymore, bro. He really doesn't, and it makes me sad for him, man. It really does. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's at my number 10 spot, bro. That the promos, and even the match would have just been fucking incredible for sure.
Straight heat.
Yeah, bro. What do you got at your number 9?
At my number 9 spot, bro, we got, or I got, I have Keith Lee and Ricochet. This, these are two more recent superstars, but still have not crossed paths because they ripped Ricochet. They ripped Ricochet out of not Ricochet out of NXT too early, but
Rico Chet.
fucking Ricochet, man.
Looks like
But
Ricochet.
But yeah, bro, I think that would just be an amazing matchup, man. Just from the charisma from Keith Lee, man, he could easily, like, we all know that Ricochet's not the best on the mic, but he kind of does have that um, aura of charisma, not nearly as big as someone like a Shinsuke, but you could tell it's there, man. But just fucking Keith Lee, man, his athletic ability mixed with Ricochet's athletic ability, man, would just produce amazing matches, great fucking promos and fucking segments, man. But yeah, man, I think it was overall just a great matchup between those two, man. That'll just be some fucking that could potentially be some NXT Championship right there, and definitely some North American shit right there. So yeah, man, I would be one that I would love to see in that. Sadly, never happened, man. So yeah, what do you got for your number 9?
Yeah, bro, Ricochet is the perfect example of somebody being ripped out of that brand way too soon. But next up, bro, I have, speaking of bro, I got Matt Riddle and Samoa Joe, bro. Obviously, these two are very strike oriented and they're also very submission oriented. Obviously, the bro mission versus the, what did Joe call it? Oh, Coquina Clutch
Mm-hmm.
versus the Coquina Clutch. Bro, Samoa Joe and Matt Riddle, dude. Samoa Joe is one of those guys that's just so cool, just
Mm-hmm.
so fucking cool. And having him, obviously the promo in the promo battles too, would have been so entertaining just because of Riddle's demeanor versus how serious Joe is. That would have made for some interesting promos. Um, but as far as the match, two, Joe's very fast, Riddle's very fast. They also hit very hard, and both their finishers are submissions, bro. And they
Mm-hmm.
both, I know Riddle's got the Brain Buster. He uses the Brain Buster, and he also uses, I don't know if it's actually called this. It's one of his lamer names, but the Bro Derek.
Yeah.
His tombstone pretty much. He's got that, and Joe's got the muscle buster, so they both like dropping people on their fucking heads. Um and oh, one of Riddle's favorite moves of mine. I just love the name and I love the move is the floating bro.
Oh,
I
so
I love that. I literally, like, I don't know, the way he does the move, it just looks like he's floating. It really does.
hmm
I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird. I fucking love that move. I also like the bro to sleep, or as Sir K says, the go to bro. But yeah, dude, Samoa Joe and Matt Riddle, that is definitely NXT Championship stuff. But even North American Championship, if Joe were to come back down to NXT, yeah. But dude, Riddle, just Riddle and Joe would have had just such kick-ass matches. I really wish we could have seen those guys cross paths, bro. But what do you got at your number 8?
And my number 8, bro, I have picked, or I have came up with Aleister Black versus Finn Balor, bro. Just thinking of the match itself would be amazing. Just the strikiness of Black, just the high flyingness of Finn, man. That would be some amazing shit. That would be a great matchup, bro. And just just the idea of a feud between what I will refer to as the older version of Finn, the demon, that type of version where he would use a demon when he needed to, and a fucking Aleister Black, man. That would just be amazing visuals, amazing promos, amazing match. It would just be amazing, man. Just the entrances of their takeover match, man. The promos, like I said, could be fucking Aleister Black would be talking about his demons, and then Finn would be talking about how his demons fucking he uses them and shit. It would just be genuinely amazing fucking shit, man. Definitely a dream matchup for me, man. I think it would just be just a genuinely great feud. Definitely easily NXT title worthy, easily, man. I could see them both wearing that NXT title around their waist, either one of them, man. But yeah, man, that is definitely a number 8 spot for me, bro. What do you got?
At my number 8, bro, speaking of Aleister Black, I got Aleister Black and Karrion Kross, bro. Dude, the entrances, the entrances in there would have been so sick. And obviously, um, Aleister Black, Aleister, Aleister Black is a striker. And Karrion
Mm-hmm.
Kross is very, I want to say like grapple submission based. So the clash of the styles there, I think would have been
Mm-hmm.
kick ass, bro. And obviously, Karrion Kross, we haven't seen too much from him, bro, yet. But man, I guarantee you, him and Aleister Black would have some incredible matches, genuinely incredible matches, bro. And yeah, is this NXT Championship worthy? 100%, 100%. This is and Alistair. These guys both have some of the most like cool, intriguing promo delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Very like Alistair Black speaks very slow. He speaks very
Very deep.
relaxed,
Mm-hmm.
and Karrion Kross speaks very aggressively, but very relaxed too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the promos here would have been awesome. Obviously, little segments where Aleister Black is being confronted by Scarlett, but he's paying her no attention. Aleister Black in NXT was so fucking perfect, dude.
Mm-hmm.
From the way he just ignored and all of that, man. The way he just ignored people and he paid no attention, and he was this so relaxed soul that could just kick somebody's ass in a second. Um, was just incredible. And Karrion Kross is an aggressor. He is
Mm-hmm.
one to make the first strike, and it is incredible. It really is. And these guys, dude, would have a fantastic match, 100%. Uh, so yeah, what do you got for your number 7?
And my number 7, bro, I had to go with a women's matchup, man, but just the idea of these two. But I got Asuka and Shayna Baszler, bro. Just the idea of the two strongest women NXT's ever seen, bro, going against each other. That is just an awesome idea for me, man. Just the fucking calmness, but charismatic, just, you know, justness of Asuka, man, and just the mean, not give a fuck, just asshole Shayna, bro, would just be amazing, man. Their matches will be so good. Just again, like you said with uh, not Black, Joe and Riddle. It would just be submissioner and submissioner, man. That would be amazing, man. Just the visuals of just them staring each other down, fucking Asuka's relaxed ass demeanor, and just very just respectable form of just the way she acts and the way she perceives to just Shayna not giving a fuck. Just I want to beat you, and that's it, man. That would just be an amazing dream matchup for me, man. The Empress versus the Queen of Spades, man. I would love that shit, man. That would be an unbelievable match for that NXT Women's Title, man. So that's something I definitely would have loved to see. Sadly, it could have never happened. Sadly, man. But yeah, man. That's at my number 7 spot. What do you got?
At my number 7 spot, Aleister Black is in here again, man. We got Aleister Black and the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, bro. I believe Shinsuke's last takeover was Aleister Black's first.
That's
So
right.
that is really, really sad to think about. Those ones are always the saddest, obviously. Takeover Orlando was Shinsuke's last takeover, and that was Aleister Black's first. When he faced Andrade for the first time. And, dude, if we thought that Hideo Itami and Aleister Black at Brooklyn 3 was a hard-hitting match. If we seen Alistair versus Nakamura, wow. I mean, again, also a very cool styles clash with Alistair's, just talked about it, his calmness, his laid-back, relaxed character versus Nakamura's hype, trying to entice Alistair Black, trying to piss him off, but Alistair not giving a fuck. Dude, incredible. That's absolutely incredible, man. And these guys I could definitely see battling over an NXT Championship. Pretty much all these guys I could see battling over the NXT Championship.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, this honestly would have been a sight to see, bro. The Kinshasa, obviously both of these guys are very leg oriented. Obviously Black
Mm-hmm.
Mass, Kinshasa, half of Nakamura's moveset is with his knees or his feet. And Aleister Black as well. He's got a lot of knees, and obviously the Black Mass. Very, very, I think a cool spot would be Shinsuke running to do the Kinshasa and getting caught with the Black Mass, because the Black Mass is a very RKO-like finisher, where it can
Mm-hmm.
be just hit in a second, in a snap of a finger. If you blink, you miss it. And yeah, I mean, these guys are, Shinsuke, man, this was when he was, somewhat good. It still makes me sad to this day to see where he is at now. I genuinely do not know why he resigned.
Yeah.
I genuinely do not know the answer to that, but he did, and now we're in the situation we're in now. But that's either here or there. Um, but Black and Shinsuke, dude, just uh, it basically would have been what Black and Hideo was, and that was an incredible match as well. Turned up to like 100, bro. That
Mm-hmm.
match would have been the true battle of the strikers for sure. Yeah, man. What do you got for your number 6? Yeah.
At my number 6 spot, bro, I have Samoa Joe and Tommaso Ciampa, bro. I think that would just be a straight up amazing grudge match. That shit would be amazing, bro. Just the intensity from those two. Just fucking Joe super aggressive, pissed off, angry ass, and Ciampa's still angry and pissed off, but more calm and just collective about it. That would just be a great sight to see, man. That match would just be so great, just so brutal. Cause fucking, even though Ciampa, he's sadly a very injury-prone person just because of his history, but he's still someone else just fucking take a beating just for the pop, man. So that would just be an amazing sight to see. Just like some like an unsanctioned match between these two would just be nuts. That would go crazy, man. But yeah, man, just the look, the promos, the idea of just them mean mugging each other, that would just be amazing in itself, man. But just so amazing, bro. Something I would love to see in this company, man. But sadly, they never crossed paths. But that's just something that would just be a matchup. I think that could easily be for the NXT title, man. That's some main event takeover shit, man. That's something I would love to see. So that's definitely at my number 6 spot, bro. What do you got?
At my number 6 spot, speaking of Tommaso Ciampa, I have the Blackheart versus Kevin Owens. Man, first of all, the promos. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
KO is such an aggressive hype promo, not hype, but like an aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yes.
just very high energy, very high intensity kind of promo, and Tommaso being very angry if you get him mad, but when he's just cutting a promo, he's just very badass about it. I can't put it any other way. He's just very badass about the way that he cuts his promo, man. But yeah, Champa is Champa is one to take bumps that will give us heart attacks. And when you talk about an apron power bomb to Tommaso Ciampa being his injury, his past injuries, that would be one of the scariest, most intense spots. And Ciampa and KO, you just mentioned it with Joe and Ciampa in a unsanctioned match. When you talk about Owens and Ciampa, dude, Owens is one of those guys that's not afraid to take the bumps. He's one of the only other people that'll do it these days, other than fucking Shane McMahon. He's one of the only other people that'll take those bumps, man. And him and Ciampa, their movesets would clash very well. KO, surprisingly, kind of pulls out the high flyer card every here and there, but Ciampa is very aggressive as well, and he is very smart about the way he wrestles, man, especially in those kinds of matches. And yeah, this match would be absolutely incredible between these guys. What do you got for your number 5?
At my number 5 spot, bro, I have Andrade Cien Almas and Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, that was weird to call him Almas, man. But yeah, man, I got Andrade and Shinsuke, bro. I think that would just be a very entertaining program. Just from the promos, just fucking Andrade with Vega, of course, because of course, just interacting with Shinsuke, man, him being the weird ass he is, and just her reaction to it, and just that would be amazing, man, and just a match that could easily be a 5-star match, man, depending how Meltzer feels that day. But yeah, yeah, man, that would just be an amazing, amazing match. Just the fast energy of both of them, man. The strikes of fucking Shinsuke, man, and just the overall great wrestling ability of fucking Andrade, man. That would just be an amazing matchup for me, man. Um, just amazing, man. Their entrances would be awesome. Fucking the unbelievable chants and entrance music of Shinsuke, and in my opinion, the underrated entrance music of Andrade, man. I think that would be just a great sight to see, man. His interact, just Vega occasionally coming in, fucking hitting fucking Shinsuke, man. That could be amazing. Just shit, sorry. Just shit like that, man. It would just be amazing. I think this would just be a very dream matchup for me, man. Just the idea of these two that would just be some main event shit, man. Seriously. They are seriously misusing Andrade, man. But, yeah, man, I think that would just be just unbelievable to see. What do you got for your 5th spot?
For my number 5, man, I have the greatest NXT Women's Champion ever versus the current NXT Women's Champion. I have Asuka versus Io Shirai. Bro, that right there is that right there is true gold, bro. Asuka, just we all know Asuka, bro. We all love Asuka. Fucking her demeanor in NXT, very very respectable, very respectful to the opponent, while also kind of making fun of them like she did Ember Moon. She would always mess with Ember. But yeah, Asuka, just very respectful to her opponents, kind of, with also kind of being an asshole to them. And Io Shirai, bro, this crazy Japanese chick, that is just fucking badass, and that shit against Asuka. I mean, could you imagine Io doing a moonsault and getting caught in an Asuka lock, bro?
Oh, bro, that would just be amazing.
That would be so sick, bro. For the NXT Women's Championship, bro, if you ever want to send anybody back down to NXT, look at Asuka. I'm telling you. I'm telling you that right now, man. That this feud would be absolute money, bro. These are probably in ring two of the greatest women we've seen in NXT in ring, and this shit would just be absolutely incredible. Um, and yeah, what do you got for your number four?
At my number four spot, keeping it with the women, man, I have Shayna Baszler and Bailey. Like, but bro, just thinking of the idea of NXT Bailey, that super baby face, super lovable, everyone loves her. Fucking little girls, fucking, that's their role model. And just the evil fucking asshole, not give a fuckness of Shayna with that Bailey, bro, would just be amazing. Just fucking just how little Izzy was with fucking Bailey, just seeing her react to someone like Shayna, just fucking breaking Bailey's arm and just snapping fucking limbs, throwing her around. That would be fucking amazing. That match would be amazing, man. That just idea to me is just an amazing matchup for these women, man. The ultimate women's babyface and one of the ultimate heel women, bro. That is a dream matchup for me, man. And just, it could either be the story of Shayna just fucking mentally and basically physically killing Bailey, man, or just the opposite of just Bailey conquering Shayna finally, man. Some either way, whichever way you want to play the storyline, man, it would just be amazing, man. That's something I would love to see. Something we of course never got to see because Bailey has been gone for far too long from NXT, man. But sadly Shayna is now too. So yeah, man, but definitely, bro, that's a dream matchup for me, and that's something that never happened, man. So, yeah, what do you got for your number four spot?
For my number four spot, I have Adam Cole versus Kevin Owens. Obviously, these guys are best friends, bro. And by the way, I didn't even think of that Bailey and Shayna one, but man, can you imagine Dakota Kai in the place of in the place or Bailey in the place of Dakota Kai? But like it's
Bro.
Bailey, so she's like 1,000% more over. Nothing against Dakota Kai, but Bailey was just fucking loved by everybody. And
Oh,
dude, that would have been absolutely fucking incredible.
mm-hmm,
Um, man, honestly, bro, that would have been sick for sure, for sure.
mm-hmm.
But dude, Adam Cole and Kevin Owens, man, obviously these guys are best friends, so I'm pretty sure we can all take a good bet that they have a lot of chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and these guys kind of faced off in War Games this year, and it was great. But the promos, Kevin Owens isn't too bad as a babyface. He's actually kind of cool. And him versus a faction like the Undisputed Era, and KO, kind of overcoming that or whatever, that story would be just incredible. Kevin Owens, man, um, I know they wouldn't have crossed paths anyway, but he was also taken from NXT a little bit too early, man. I really would have liked to see him in the era of Nakamura and the era of well, I guess it kind of was in the era of Finn. I mean, they did kind of cross paths, but I would like.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the guys I would like to see come back down to NXT, but I guess I like him up there on the main roster. Um, but yeah, Adam Cole and Kevin Owens. Adam Cole is phenomenal on the mic. Is phenomenal at making fun of people and verbally burying people on the mic. He is great at that, and Kevin Owens is great on the mic. That's a given. Um, but yeah, so I think that would have been that would be absolutely incredible. Like I said, I know they wouldn't have crossed paths anyway, but I do feel like they maybe took KO away a little bit too quick. I think he was only down there for 6 months, um, and they wanted him on the main roster. But yeah, Adam Cole and Kevin Owens, this stuff way better. Absolutely incredible. Could you imagine Adam Cole going for a last shot and getting caught in a pop-up powerbomb?
Oh, that would be
That's
great.
that's absolutely incredible, man. Um, yeah. So Adam Cole and Kevin Owens, man. That's my number 4. What do you got for your number 5?
I'm not. At my
Oh,
number three
3.
spot, it's cool, bro. I'm dead. At my number three spot, bro, I have um the um fucking not the United States, the Undisputed Era, two members, preferably Fish and O'Reilly, the tag team of the group, versus the Revival. I'm just thinking of that, bro. That would be an amazing matchup. We never, well, I mean, it happened technically. I think it did, unlike the main roster, like Worlds Collide or something like that. But that don't count. I'm counting in NXT with NXT booking, man. That matchup would just create some of the best tag team matches. Well, we could fucking see, man. That would just be an amazing program. Just the seriousness of Revival, man, and then just the fucking cocky low blow esque fucking type of UE, man. That would be amazing. And also, the Revival aren't ashamed to do for like heelish tactics to win. They're still very respectful about it. But the UE, man, Fish and O'Reilly, they wouldn't be, man. They'd be fucking just doing so much fuck shit to them, man. Fucking them over at any turn, just doing the most just to piss them off and try to win, man. I think that would be an amazing tag team matchup. I would love to see. And sadly, man, UE came in right after fucking Revival, man. So it sucks we never got to see that matchup, but I think it's one I would love to see, man. So what do you got on your number three spot?
On my number 3 spot, I have what a lot of people will tell you is the the single greatest women in NXT history. Depending on who you talk to, I don't know if it's mine, but to a lot of people, these are the two greatest women in NXT history: Asuka and and Shayna Baszler, bro. Obviously, they are very strike oriented, but they're both they basically have the same finisher. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they're just a little different. I believe Asuka chicken wings it, and Shayna's uh, just a
Stretch.
sleeper. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, dude, Asuka Asuka's just fucking incredible. Mixed with the greatness of Shayna, that would have just made for absolute magic. The two most dominant women in NXT history, um, just colliding, bro, and it would have called for one of the greatest women's matches ever, bro, for sure. Um, at least in NXT, just because of how hard hitting these guys are, or these girls are. I don't believe Asuka was put in the ring with too many like strikers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe she was. I know she was in there with Nikki, Ember, the Iconics, um, for her reign, Bailey, Mickey James. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about somebody that Asuka's not faced anybody like. I mean they cross paths on the main roster, but we're talking about NXT booking here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, Asuka and Shayna, dude, these two women would have just put on absolute magic. Just because of how similar they are. I think it would have called for a really cool styles clash, and obviously, and obviously, some fantastic NXT Women's Championship matches. I don't know if Shayna, if we're thinking NXT wise, I don't know if Shayna is the right person to beat Asuka. Probably not. I don't know who is, but it definitely would have called for some incredible matches. And I can tell you right now, the person to beat Asuka is not Charlotte, and it's not Carmella. Um, I don't even know if it's Shayna. I don't know if it's Shayna, man. But yeah, Asuka is incredible. incredible. And Shayna is a lot like her, and that would have just been some really really cool matches, bro. But what's your number two?
Got my number two spot, bro. I got a match you actually said earlier, and I totally agree. Bobby Roode and Johnny Gargano, bro. That would be just an amazing matchup of just the ultimate babyface, Johnny Gargano, the underdog. I mean, besides Sami Zayn, but I think Gargano, the ultimate underdog, man, the ultimate guy that just can't get it done, and just the cocky, fucking self-loving narcissist Bobby Roode would just be an amazing, amazing matchup, man. Just the match would be, I mean, Bobby Roode is already genuinely great in the ring. He's genuinely a very solid performer, but just paired with Gargano, man, Gargano can make any. I bet Gargano can make Charlotte good in the ring, man. I just, bro, five Johnny Classic, man. He could bring anyone to a great match, especially someone who's already great. They could just make a 5-star match. That would be amazing, but just that matchup of just the ego and the underdog, ultimate idea of that with Rude and Gargano, man. I think that would be an amazing matchup. One that, well, I mean, they were on the roster at the same time, actually, but now, Johnny was still in DIY, man. So yeah, man, that would just be a dream matchup of mine, man. Clearly of yours too, but yeah, man, I love that, and that's my number two spot. So what do you got?
At my number two spot, I actually have a match you said earlier as well. Finn Balor versus Aleister Black. Bro, these guys, particularly, I'm talking about Finn's first run in NXT, when he
Mm-hmm.
had the demon and he was incredibly cool. Not that he's not cool now, but he was just a lot cooler back then, just
Mm-hmm.
because he hadn't had the main roster happen to him yet. So he had a clean slate. Now he's got a bit of a rough history, being that he participated on Raw and SmackDown before. And yeah, so he has that rough history behind him now, but at this point, he had a clean slate, man, and he was on top of NXT, on top of a lot of people's favorite wrestler list as well, just because how cool he was, bro. Um, and Aleister Black, obviously, talk about, well, I don't think he's as bad as Ricochet, but I don't think his situation's as bad as Ricochet, but talk about somebody who could have still done a little more in NXT. Ricochet's is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
They took him away way too quick. He should have been
Mm-hmm.
down. He should still be down there now, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when did he come in? He came in WrestleMania 2018, right? And he left
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania 2019.
Yeah.
Dude, what is it? He should have been just called up after Mania this year.
Yeah.
Or whenever we get the live shows back. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
he could have done so much more. I know he had a match with Riddle on NXT, but he could have been in an actual program with Riddle. One of my honorable mentions on here, well, one of the ones that just barely didn't make my list. I think you said it earlier. It was Keith Lee and Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Ricochet can sell his ass off, so him and Killer Cross, Karrion Cross, would have been great. Um, uh, uh, Even with Finn, now Finn's down there now, so also Ricochet and Damian Priest, Ricochet and Dijak, they had a really good like 5 minute match in NXT when he was still
Mm-hmm.
Chris Dijak. So that would have that would have been sick. For
Mm-hmm.
sure. More matches with Adam Cole, Ricochet against this new Johnny Gargano, because they do have that pass from NXT Takeover Phoenix. They do have a bit of a pass. Who else came into NXT recently? Ricochet and Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes is great in the ring, but I'm still kind of trying to figure out what they're going for with him, other than some southern dude that's weird. Um, but yeah, Ricochet,
Massachusetts, man.
Ricochet is the worst case of fucking them taking somebody from NXT way too early. He is the
Mhm.
embodiment of what Triple H loves for NXT. Those fucking indie
Exactly.
darlings that are so
Oh.
loved just thrive in NXT. And Ricochet was taken from NXT way too quickly. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. But man, these guys, you actually see them on your screen right now. These guys both wear their demons in some shape or form, bro. Finn Balor in the form of paint, and Aleister Black in the form of ink on his back forever. Um, yeah, you could. You mentioned it earlier. Aleister Black mentioning how he's got his demons on his back, and Finn mentioning how he becomes his demons. It's you can't write shit better than that, man. You really can. It's truly like amazing stuff that these two could have done together for sure. Um, and put NXT even more on the map than it already is, bro. But yeah, Finn Balor in that 2018 era of NXT. Oh,
Bro.
crossing paths with Aleister Black, bro, the striking man from Amsterdam. That would have been so badass. Um, Also, a lot of these people do way better under Morrow, just because of shit like
Mhm.
that. Those cool ass, random cool nicknames he gives people, bro. Um, that they don't use on the main roster. Like Ricochet. He's
Mhm.
become WWE's resident superhero. That is his nickname. And I'm not
Right, right.
I'm not sure. I remember I think they used to call him the Master of Flight or the King of Flight.
Something
Um
like that.
Something like just cool nicknames, bro. And they give him nicknames like fucking the WWE's resident superhero. Are you kidding?
God. That cheesy garbage.
Um Yeah, but same with Aleister Black. They don't call him half of the cool names that Morrow used to, like the striking man from Amsterdam, bro.
Mhm.
They do not. Morrow used to, or Nikki Cross is another one.
Oh,
NXT's twisted sister.
that was such an amazing one.
Like if you want to include the name of the brand in the nickname, have it be something cool like that, like NXT's twisted sister instead of WWE's resident superhero. That just
Right.
sounds so bad.
It's so
Um,
long to say. It's
I
so many
know.
syllables.
Um, but yeah, NXT's Twisted Sister, bro. That's so dope for Nikki Cross. Um, yeah. So yeah, but Aleister Black and Finn Balor. What would you say Finn Balor is? I wouldn't necessarily put him under the striker. I'd put him.
Yeah,
I think I'd put him up. I'd put him in that like kind of cruiserweight, high flying. Also kind of striking. Kind
yeah.
of.
I'd say he's a mix of the two, really. He can do a lot of different things, but I'd say he's in that cruiserweight idea of category.
Yeah, for sure. Uh,
Most
and
definitely.
Black obviously is one of the most badass strikers we've ever seen in
Hmm.
WWE to begin with. So yeah, that's my number two, man. Aleister Black, and Finn Balor, man. Yeah, bro. What's your number one?
My number one, bro. I had to put the Velveteen Dream versus Shinsuke Nakamura, bro. Just thinking about the idea of the ultimate battle of the auras, bro. That would just be amazing, bro. Just the weird and feminine fucking Velveteen Dream, man, and just the weird just weirdness, the weird cockiness of fucking Shinsuke Nakamura, man. That would just be an amazing sight to see. The just the one upping of each other, of just doing above just basically those are they are the definition of doing too much in the perfect way, man. That would just be amazing, bro. The match would be unbelievable, man. Just the skill and fluentness of the Velveteen Dream, man, and just the skill and strikingness of Shinsuke, bro. That would just make for a great matchup, man. Um, Promo work, I mean, Shinsuke doesn't talk much, but still, just the promos would be amazing. Dream doing what Dream does, just stroking his ego, insulting Shinsuke at the same time. Shinsuke laughing it off, doing some weird shit to make fun of Dream. It would just be an amazing matchup all the way around from every element, man. So that's definitely on my number one spot. And yeah, man, something I would love to see. What do you got at your number one?
Yeah, my number one, I have Johnny Gargano and Sami Zayn, bro.
Ooh.
Talk about the heart and soul of NXT then and the heart and soul of NXT now. The underdog then and the underdog now. Man, talk about especially the match. Just a very high work rate match. Very high work rate and dude, the kickouts. Ugh.
Oh,
So many kickouts, bro, leading to Sami Zayn finally tapping out to the Gargano escape, to, um, or leading to Johnny finally not kicking out to a haluva kick, bro. Um, yeah, this would have been absolutely incredible. Obviously, just two underdogs, man, two underdogs. Who's the man to beat here? You don't know,
hmm
man, because these guys are um, probably the two most incredible underdog stories in NXT history. Um, obviously Johnny being the greatest, but yeah, man, Sammy, Sammy and Johnny would have been um, say it all the time, but something to hang your hat on, bro. That match would just these two guys are uh, tell two of the best guys to tell the underdog story as far as NXT is concerned, bro. And this match would have been absolutely incredible, bro. No doubt, obviously, man. The two underdogs, bro, would have just been incredible,
Oh,
just incredible, man. There's nothing else you can really say about it. Just gotta, you just have to let the match speak for itself, man. But yeah, so
definitely.
um, you want to just recite your list one more time
Yeah,
in
bro.
full?
At my number 10, I had Shinsuke and Matt Riddle. At my number 9, I had Keith Lee and Ricochet. Number 8, I had Finn Balor and Aleister Black. At number 7, I had Asuka and Shayna Baszler. At number 6, I had Samoa Joe and Tommaso Ciampa. 5, I had Andrade Cien That's weird. And Shinsuke Nakamura. At number 4, I had Shayna Baszler and Bailey. Number 3, I had two members of the Undisputed Era and the Revival. At number 2, I had Bobby Roode and Johnny Gargano. And at number 1, I had the Velveteen Dream versus Shinsuke, bro. How about let's hear your list in full, man.
And in my number 10 spot, I got the glorious Bobby Roode and Johnny Wrestling himself, Johnny Gargano. At my number 10 spot, I had the King of Bros, Matt Riddle, versus the Destroyer, Samoa Joe. And at my number 8 spot, I had Aleister Black versus Karrion Kross. At my number 7 spot, I had Aleister Black again and the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. At my number 6, Tommaso Ciampa and Kevin Owens. My number 5, Asuka and Io Shirai. At my number 4, Adam Cole and Kevin Owens. And at my number 3, Asuka and the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Number 2, Finn Balor versus Aleister Black. And number 1, the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn and Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, man. That is my top 10. Those are our top 10s of people in NXT that never crossed paths, man. You want to kick us off for the WWE versus AEW dream matches?
Yeah, bro, got you. And my number 10 spot, keeping it with Matt Riddle, I have Matt Riddle versus Chris Jericho, bro. I think that would be a very, very good matchup, man. The match would be very good, man. Riddle is amazing in the ring. We all know that. Striker, We all know that, man. And Jericho, just someone who's just genuinely good and just can basically just do. He could face anybody, and it could be a great match, man. So the match itself would be amazing. I just think, man, in an AEW type setting, bro, Riddle would just be even more hilarious than he is now. Cause knowing his ass, he'd be fucking smoking a blunt in front of the fucking Jericho, man, while Jericho's sipping on the bubbly, man. That would just be amazing shit. Just the chemistry between those two. That would be a genuinely very fun and just very entertaining matchup from those two, man. They're definitely at my number 10 spot. And yeah, man, they're the kickoff for me. Who do you got?
That would be very funny. Um, but on the serious side of things, bro, I got Karrion Kross versus the Murder Hawk, Lance
Ooh,
Archer, bro.
hey,
Talk about a clash of beasts. We haven't seen much from Karrion Kross, but we all know how he fucking is, man. His just rough and toughness, and same with Lance, would just
mm-hmm.
be absolute, just balls to the walls, just kill each other, bro. Um, and these guys would do it. Lance would make it feel legit. You know, Killer Cross and Scarlett are gonna bring their game along too, man. But this shit would have been this shit would be absolutely incredible if we were to see these two guys face off in a brand versus brand scenario. Uh, man, yeah, dude. As for who would win, he, I'm gonna have to give it to Karrion Cross, bro. I
Same.
have to. He's I don't know why, but yeah, man, I'm just gonna have to give it to Karrion Cross here. Uh, yeah, so that is my number 10. Obviously, two very badass individuals, bro. And I think these guys will put on a fucking killer match. Yeah, man. What do you got at your number 9?
At my number 9 spot, bro, I have what could be considered, if you look deep enough, a passing of the torch, if you may. I have Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin, bro. Matt said this before that Darby reminds him a lot of Jeff, just from every way, man. Just from the way he carries out his matches to his artistic abilities, just all that, man. Just reminds him a lot of his brother, man. But just that would be, I think, an amazing match, bro. You know, Darby Allin's such a great talent for AEW, man. And I mean, on the other side, it's Jeff fucking Hardy, man. Sadly, he is older now, so he can't do as nuts and fluent things as he could have done back in like '09, man. But that isn't really much of a problem anymore. If you really think about it, it could still be an amazing match, man. I think the match would be amazing. Fucking one of them would end up probably dying. That would just be nuts. And just that would just be an amazing match, man. I think it's something I would really dig personally. I really like Darby, man. I wish they would use him a little more, but yeah, man. I genuinely like Darby, man. I just match, I would think it's just amazing, a very great potential match, and just a very good moment, man, for Darby Allin. I think I would give him the victory in this match, man. But yeah, man, I think it's just a solid match. I would genuinely enjoy to see, man. So that's my number 9. What do you got for your number 9?
My number 9, I got the Battle of the Cult Leaders, bro. I got Brody Lee versus Seth Rollins. Bro, these guys, they look a lot alike. Well, not really, not in the face, but like they both wear the suits. They both got the man buns. They both got their little cults behind them. I think this would be absolutely incredible. And their promo demeanor is a lot alike. It's got a lot of
Mm-hmm.
differences, but it's a lot alike. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it would just be absolutely cool how it's basically they both have cults of disciples. And I think it
Mm-hmm.
would be really cool to see the battle of the cult leaders clash. And yeah, obviously Seth, who we mentioned earlier, is a world class athlete, world class performer, and same with Brody Lee, bro. And yeah, these guys are so much alike, and it'd be really cool to see these two clash just because of how alike but how different they are. Um,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it would be absolutely cool just to see their um just to see their the both of the lions of their groups clash. And it would be so cool. It really would. That would be something so badass, bro. But what do you got for your number 8?
And my number 8, bro. Speaking of Brody Lee, I have the idea of Brody Lee and Bray Wyatt, bro. I just think that matchup would just be an amazing sight to see, man. Just the history between these two is just fucking nuts. We all know this crazy ass history between these two, man. Just Wyatt, the original cult guy, and Brody, probably the newest one, man, but and he's got his roots of an idea of a cult from Wyatt. That would just be an amazing sight to see, man. I would dig that a lot, man. Just the probably how it'll end up being the low key calmness of Bray's cult, where he I don't want to say he preys on children because that's not a good sounding phrase, but he targets children to indoctrinate, and just Brody Lee doing quite a different. He has a different target. He has the sad, you could say the sad piece of shit type person that he wants to take in, quote unquote, help, man. They just have that dynamic I would love, and their history. That's just we all know that, man. That just built itself, man. I just think that would be an amazing thing to see, man. Just the dark subliminal messages of Wyatt, man, and just the outright, just more actually very realistic cult manner of Brody Lee, man. That would just be very awesome to see. And just like I said, the history looking back would be amazing, man. So that's definitely at my number 8 spot. And yeah, man, that's my number 8. What do you got?
For my number 8, man, I got Darby Allin versus Aleister Black. Two very dark souls. Two obviously, and they're both two very dark people that have a very calm demeanor.
Hmm.
Very cool, and obviously, not to talk about their or to talk about their styles. Darby, can you imagine him going for a coffin drop and getting caught with a black mass?
Bro,
It'd be
that would be
awesome, bro. These guys, I feel, would have a fantastic match, bro. Not as fantastic as the Messiah versus Brody Lee. As far as storytelling, well, maybe, because Alistair has a lot about his dark past too. Obviously, if you guys do not know why he acts like that, is because he was bullied a lot when he was little,
amazing.
and that is I believe he's talked about before. That is one of the biggest demons on his back is his insecurities of just being bullied by other kids, man, and Darby Allin obviously being at the forefront pretty much of his uncle dying in a car crash while he was in the back seat as a young boy. So the two very dark people that have a very dark and calm kind of mindset about things, bro. But so their calmness, I believe, would be very intriguing. And the match itself would just be absolutely incredible, man. But what do you got at your number 7?
On my number 7, bro, I have the Velveteen Dream versus Chris Jericho, bro. Another one, anything with Jericho can be funny, man, but another one just can be a genuinely amazing match, bro. That could just be a very great match, and just the ego on both of these guys would just be so great to see going against each other, man. Just, that would just be amazing, man. That, I think the matches, the promos, everything about this man would just be great. You got basically they kind of have very similar styles, just a very just generally great wrestlers of Jericho and Dream. That would be amazing, man. They would just build off that. They would just build off their egos too, You got Jericho, the narcissist, the egomaniac, the dude that openly only cares about himself, and you have, Dream, who's the same way but different in the way where Chris Jericho always preaches, always says he's better, but it's just Dream, man. He just lives it. He just lives the idea of just himself, and that's just amazing, man. That would be a dream battle of the egos I would love to see, man. That would be a great match, great promos, awesome entrances, man, all around. So that's definitely at my number 7 spot, bro. What do you got?
At my number 7 spot, I got the Murder Hawk Lance Archer versus the Limitless Keith Lee. Uh, Talk about the ultimate big man clash. I brought up earlier how Lance Archer is a not a striker, but just a brawler. Uses fists a lot, man. Just a heavy hitter.
Mm-hmm.
He's also got a agility side to him. He can also flip and dive around with the best of them. And so can Keith Lee. And Keith Lee is also another heavy hitter. And this would have been absolutely incredible. This would be absolutely incredible to see. Um, just the battle of strength, the battle of the big guys, man. It would obviously both of these guys have a lot of strength behind them, and yeah, it would be it genuinely would be incredible. It really would. So yeah, man, that is my number 7 spot. What do you got for number 6?
At my number 6 spot, bro, I have Kenny Omega and Adam Cole, bro. I think that would just be a genuinely amazing match, man. Just, bro. Kenny, we all know he's unbelievable in the ring, and so is man. I don't think he's as good as Johnny, but I think Cole is very close to Gargano in terms of in-ring ability and just being able to create not only a great storytelling match, just a great match in general, man. That would just be amazing, man. I would love to see that, but yeah, man, just Kenny, he's kind of more comedic now, which I'm not a big fan of. But if we're talking more New Japan type Kenny, I would just a badass, just chill, but like calm, collective, and just fucking great Kenny Omega, man, and just the cocky dick ass, not give a fuck how he wins, but he's just that he's gotta win. Fucking Adam Cole, bro. That would be an amazing matchup. And you could even throw the fucking Yui in there, man. But that could be for a later spot. But just that would just be an amazing matchup, man. I would love to see those two clash, man. So yeah, man. That's definitely on my list and my number 6 spot. And what do you got?
At my number 6 spot, I have the Messiah versus Cody, bro. These promos, obviously, Cody is definitely top 3 in promos currently. He can cut a fantastic promo, and Seth is just a good talker in general. He is, especially in his Messiah role, um, incredible talker. And him trying to persuade Cody to be in his cult would be incredible, and Cody's promos to him would be absolutely incredible as well, man. And yeah, so yeah. But as far as the match, Seth again is fantastic. Cody is also fantastic, bro. And these guys would absolutely deliver in every sense of the way. But I think the true gem of this feud would definitely come from these guys' promo abilities. Obviously, two of the best for sure. For sure, man. But yeah, that's my number 6. What do you got for your number 5?
At my number 5 spot, bro, I had the literal ultimate battle of the egos in MJF and Bobby Roode, bro. Of course, I'm talking about NXT Bobby Roode, not God, no, not Robert Roode. I'm talking about Bobby Roode here, and just bro, That would be so great to see, man. Just basically MJF is Bobby Roode without PG-13, man. Just unrestricted, don't got anyone to hold him down, man. They just tell him to go out there and cut a promo, man. That's what he does, man. Then watch PTE 2 guys if you haven't. That shit is fucking hilarious. But just the alt-right, just in your face, but low key. He's nice to your face, but the second you turn around, he'll flip you off. Just that shit's just great in MJF, man. And you got Rude, where he knows he's the best. He knows that he's great. He's not afraid to say it to your face, and he's not afraid to say, "Oh, plow your wife" or something like that, man. So that would just be awesome to see, man. And I think that would just be a genuinely amazing, amazing battle of the egos, man. The scarf and the robe. That would be awesome to see, man. But yeah, man, that would be great, and the match would be very solid too. MJF and Roode are both great performers in the ring, man. So that would just be a great match between those two, also, man. So yeah, man, that's my number 5 spot. That's definitely a dream battle of the egos for me. Definitely, man. What do you got for your number 5 spot?
At my number 5 spot, I have this funk. I have Adam Hangman Page versus the King of Bros, Matt Riddle. Could you imagine a buckshot lariat, but as soon as he flips over the top ropes, he gets hit with Matt Riddle's knee. I don't know what he calls it, but his
Oh,
knee. His
what is he called?
I have no idea what he calls it, but
I heard it was cool.
it's like the Final Flash.
Yeah.
The
Oh
Final
shit.
Flash. Yeah, that would be absolutely
Mm.
incredible, bro. That spot, for sure. But I feel like their promos and segments and video packages or whatever would be so funny, considering
Mhm.
one smokes and the other drinks a lot. Uh, they would have very funny, very funny promo segments, bro. But as far as the match, these guys are a lot alike. Very fast,
Mhm.
very agile, very powerful, very alike. Um, Matt Riddle is more kicks and knees, and Hangman is more of using his fists, obviously the buckshot lariat, using his arms. Hangman's more arms and Matt Riddle's more legs, and obviously Matt Riddle does have the factor of his submission-based style as well. Um, but yeah, Matt Riddle and Hangman Page, bro. This match would be absolutely incredible. Obviously, um, being that these two guys are some of the most sought after strikers, bro, for sure. What do you got at your number 4?
Yeah, my number 4 spot, bro. I have another great match, another great grudge match. I have Tommaso Ciampa and John Moxley, bro. I think that would just be fucking an amazing sight to see. Just the brutalness of those two, bro. The not give a fuck, bro, of both of them. That would just be amazing to see clash, man. The wrestling styles are amazing, bro. Both South guys, and just they could do some extreme shit if they wanted to, man. Like we were saying earlier, Ciampa is very injury prone, sadly, but goddamn, does he not give a fuck about that when he wants to make it when he wants pop? He will do shit for a crowd pop. So will fucking Moxley, man. Moxley he's a deathmatch guy. We all know that. And Ciampa, man, he's just so brutal, so great. That would be an amazing match to see, bro. Just and bro, just fucking Justin Roberts saying Moxley's name and then saying Ciampa's name too, I feel like would be just awesome, man. I would love to hear how we would announce Tommaso and Ciampa. But yeah, man, that would just be an amazing matchup. Just that I would love. That's a dream sight to me. Just those two staring each other down, mean mugging each other. That would be amazing, man. I would love to see that. And yeah, that's an AEW dream match for me, man. Definitely, easily at my number 4 spot. What do you got?
For my number 4 spot, we got the teacher versus the student. We have Bray Wyatt versus Brody Lee. More specifically, The Fiend versus Brody Lee. Bro.
Bro.
The, I don't have to say too much, bro. The story writes itself. You have a
Mm-hmm.
guy who was, who looked upon as Wyatt, as his leader. And, and for many years, all that guidance, and the look of it, got him nowhere. And it led him to becoming a leader of his own. And now he's doing great. And it makes sense that now he wants to get revenge on Bray because
Mm-hmm.
now he's seeing it from a leader's perspective, and now he's bitter that he was a follower at one point, and he wants revenge on Bray. You could have this feud. You could even have him face Funhouse Bray for a couple matches if you wanted to have
Mm-hmm.
this be a feud, and then in the culmination of it, have well, you could even have Bray immediately use the Fiend if you wanted, just because Harper left him. Harper left
Mm-hmm.
WWE and completely eliminated the fact of them ever getting back together. He left home, and Wyatt, and now the Fiend is looking for some revenge on him. Or you could play the other card, and you could have Brody looking for revenge on Wyatt because Wyatt's years of leadership did nothing for Brody Lee, and now he's landed himself in AEW where he finds himself as the lion of his own group, and now he's seeking retribution from Bray. But the story writes itself with these two, man, and the match would be absolutely incredible. These guys, Brody Lee and Bray, are absolutely incredible performers, bro. But yeah, this match would be absolutely incredible, bro, for sure. What do you got as your number 3 spot?
And my number 3, bro, I have Cody Rhodes and Johnny Gargano, bro. My opinion, two ultimate underdogs. Cody in his fucking whole career, basically, and just Johnny, man, as a whole, man. That would just be an amazing sight to see, man. Just, just, bro. The matches would be unbelievable. Cody is amazing in the fucking ring, bro. So unbelievable in the ring, man. And then there's fucking Gargano, man. J Johnny Classic himself, man. This 5-star match material, easy, man. And just the promos from these two, man. Gargano, amazing at promos. Just the emotion and just heart from our Gargano. And same thing, the emotion and heart from Cody, man. That would just be amazing to see. Just, clash, go against each other, man. And just prove who is the ultimate guy, man. I would love to see that, man. That's a dream match for me. Definitely on this list at number 3, bro. The ultimate underdogs finally can clash in this match, man. So yeah, Cody and fucking Johnny, definitely a dream match to see. That just period, man. That would just be amazing, man. So what do you got for your number 3?
On my number 3 spot, I have the Blackheart versus John Moxley, bro. You mentioned this one just, I think it was your number 4, or, yeah, it was your number 4.
Most
Bro,
definitely.
Mox and Evil Sadistic Champa, dude. The Crutch versus, well, literally anything John Moxley can find. So, I don't know if you can market it that way, but, yeah. The Blackheart versus John Moxley, bro. In a unsanctioned match type environment, these two would absolutely kill each other. And these guys are, um, ever since John Moxley left, he has just completely changed everyone's image on him. He went from being a lazy ass to an absolute workhorse. And that,
Mm-hmm.
if you could do that, That's incredible. It really is. And he did it. And dude, Champa and Mox, the aggression behind that match. Obviously, two just absolute badasses. Very good and very intense on the mic as both of them. And yeah, this feud would be great, and the matches itself for another thing, bro. Those would be absolutely incredible for sure. Um, yeah. So, what do you got for your number two?
My number two spot, bro. I have um the Undisputed Era and the Elite, bro. I think that would just be the ultimate clash of the factions, bro. UE, the ultimate heels, man. Cocky, self-absorbed, narcissistic, do anything to win, man. And just the Elite, man. Ultimate workhorses all around. Just hilarious and great people, man. They're just this clash up would be just everything, man. Amazing, funny, hard hitting, entertaining, everything, man. These guys would hit it with each other, man. Just the individual mashups, like I had earlier, Cole and Kenny, fucking Bucks and Fish and O'Reilly, Hangman Page, and fucking uh Roddy, just fucking amazing, bro. Some I would love to see it, even like Roddy and Cody, shit like that, man. Just ultimate mix-ups of just them together, man. Them versus each other, man. I would love to see that, man. That's definitely a dream match for me, man. Easily a dream match for me. So, yeah, man. At my number two spot, I have Yui and Elite. What do you got?
At my number two spot, I have the Best Bout Machine versus the other Best Bout Machine. I have the cleaner Kenny Omega versus Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, bro. Do I even have to say anything? I mean, bro, these guys. You mentioned earlier how Kenny is a little more comedy based now, which is kind of whack. But if
Mm-hmm.
we're talking Best Bout Machine Kenny and Johnny, bro, these guys, this is wrestling's match made in heaven. These,
Mm-hmm.
I hope one day we get to see this match, dude, because these guys are absolutely incredible. Um, and uh, I don't know if it's one of those things I'd like to see left as a dream match, just because I kind of really want to see it. Um, but God, these guys, bro, two of the most talented. Depending on who you talk to, bro, these are the two most talented wrestlers in the world, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, these guys clashing, bro, that would be absolutely sick. The strikes, the knees, the V triggers, the super kicks, bro. One winged angel, Gargano escape. Man, it is wrestling's match made in heaven, and these guys are made to put on a classic with each other someday. I really hope, because it would
Mm-hmm.
genuinely be absolutely fucking incredible, and something that I guarantee you all of us would remember for a really long time. But yeah, man, what do you got at your number one as we wrap things up here, bro?
And my number one, bro. I got the same as your number two, man. I have Kenny Omega and Johnny Gargano, bro. It's just like the ultimate dream match, man. The best, the two best in the world, I'd say easily, man. To me, two best in the world. Well, Kenny kind of was. He kind of fell off a little bit. I say Cole took his spot, but just, bro, you talking about best bout machine, Kenny, like you just said, bro, and Johnny Gargano. That's a 10-star match. Straight up, Meltzer would just rack on the stars with that match, man. That would be so amazing to see, bro. Ultimate dream match. Just, I like. What else is there to say? Just except Gargano and Omega, man. That's all you gotta say, and that shit will be an instant classic, easily. easily can be the greatest match of the greatest wrestling match ever. Easily. Unless, might not be better than Orton and Ed, but but it definitely will.
Definitely
Just
not.
oh God. But just man, this is just something you just gotta say these two names together and that is the ultimate AEW dream match and probably one of my ultimate dream matches, period, man. This is something I wish I could see one day, but maybe not, man. I don't know if I would want that to happen truly or not, man. But yeah, man. Definitely easily, man. Dream match. Easy. Easy, man. What do you got for your number one?
I have what your number two was, bro. I have the Elite versus the Undisputed Era. When I was thinking about this, I'm thinking War Games.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. But, dude, any installment of this match would be incredible. Whether you put Cody against Adam Cole, whether you put Adam Cole against Kenny, whether you put Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong against the Young Bucks, whether you put Fish and O'Reilly against the Young Bucks, and even in War
Mm-hmm.
Games, I know there's 5 of them, but since Matt Hardy has been in the group before, I'm sure you can kind of mix and match and take one of them out. You could, like they did a Double or Nothing while Cody was busy with Lance Archer. The other guys were in the Stadium Stampede, and um, yeah, you could take one out and mix and match it. You could probably take Cody out or Kenny out or whatever. But these 8 men in War Games, bro, that would just be absolutely incredible. It's phenomenal, bro. Especially in War Games, dude. Um, or in Blood and Guts, whatever you prefer, whichever you prefer. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, but other than that, man, dude, Hangman, and Adam Cole, Hangman and Roderick Strong. That would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Roddy and Cody, Roddy and Kenny. Um, dude, really whatever. Honestly, but these two factions have probably done the most for the companies in the past couple of years as far as like factions go. These two factions have
Mm-hmm.
done the most for their companies, respectively, bro. But yeah, this match in War Games, this match in any stretch of the imagination would be absolutely incredible and something we will remember forever, bro. But that is my list, man. That is my list. Now, uh, to recite our lists again. Do you wanna tell yours?
Alright, bro, I got you. Number 10, I had Chris Jericho and Matt Riddle. At my number 9, I had Darby Allin and Jeff Hardy. Number 8, I had Bray Wyatt and Brody Lee. 7, I had the Velveteen Dream, Chris Jericho. 6, I had Adam Cole and Kenny Omega. 5, I had MJF and Bobby Roode. Number 4, I had Jon Moxley and Tommaso Ciampa. Number 3, I had Cody Rhodes and Johnny Gargano. Number 2, Undisputed Era versus the Elite. And number 1, I had Kenny Omega and Johnny Gargano, bro. What's your full list, man?
At my number 10 spot, we have Karrion Kross versus Lance Archer. At my number 9 spot, we had Brody Lee versus the Messiah, Seth Rollins. At my number 8 spot, we had Darby Allin versus Aleister Black. At my number 7 spot, we had the Murder Hawk Lance Archer versus the Limitless Keith Lee. At my number 6, we had Seth Rollins taking on Cody Rhodes. At my number 5 spot, we had Hangman Adam Page and Matt Riddle. At my number 4 spot, we had The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Brody Lee. At my number 3 spot, we had Tommaso Ciampa versus Jon Moxley. At my number 2 spot, we had Kenny Omega and Johnny Gargano. And at my number 1 spot, we had the Undisputed Era versus the Elite. And that is our list for our top 10 AEW versus WWE Dream matches. The next time we will be on these theme shows, we will be bringing to you our fantasy booking, man. We will be bringing to you fantasy book Shinsuke Nakamura's call up and fantasy book Shayna Baszler's call up. That is the latest. She is the latest victim
Jeez.
to the burial on the main roster. They do not like Shayna for some reason, man. Probably because of the way she looks. If I can fucking give you a reason off the top of my head, I'm guessing that's the reason. Because what else would it be? Shayna is fantastic, and there is no reason that she should be being treated like that on the main roster. But she is, man, unfortunately. And yeah, that is going to do it for this episode, part 1 of episode 11. You got anything else to say, man?
Nah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I hope we see you on Friday's show.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, that is going to do it for this episode, you guys. Keep in mind, we do have Friday with the news, and we have our Backlash review, man, coming in hot. But that is going to do it for this episode of the Notorious Heels podcast. Again, I am Johnny Mayhem. Thank you for viewing.
I am Sir K. Yes.
And once again, from the both of us here at the Notorious Heels podcast, thank you guys for viewing. Thank you guys for anybody that stopped by during the live show. But if you're watching it back, thank you again for watching. And that is going to do it for this episode, you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on Friday with the news and the Backlash review.
Peace.